Good evening, good afternoon, depends on what part of the globe you're at. Wonderful to see you all here today. Question is, Mark, talk about the concept of success and failure when manifesting. Alright, let's see. The best way I want to put this for you to understand the concept of failure and success. Alright, what is your definition of success or failure? That's important. But I bet you, and I can guarantee you this, that your definition of success and failure is what the Matrix definition of success and failure is. Basically, you have to do this to be counted. You have to do this to reach a good life. If you don't do this, you're not successful. So what happens is when I talk about the Matrix, I'm talking about the three-dimensional world we live in that is programming us every single day of our lives in a state of lack. That's what the Matrix is. That's what we're all in right now, as a game. So you have to be the one to navigate this. So what the Matrix does, the Matrix want to have individuals to be more of followers than leaders. They don't really want you to be able to think for yourself. It's a dangerous thing when a human being can think for themselves, because you know what happened? When you think for yourself, you're not a human being anymore. Now you're a God being. Now you're a higher being. Now you're a higher consciousness. That's a dangerous thing. And the Matrix do not want you to think for yourself. This is why the education system works the way it does. This is why they got you religion. This is why you have things around you to show you, to make it easy for you. Touch this, touch that. They do not want you to think. Let that sink in, people. Go look in your own life right now. Even your smartphones, they don't want you to think. You take somebody's number, you put it in. If your phone dies, you can't even remember the phone number anymore, because you didn't think to remember the phone number. You just write their phone number down. Oh, my phone has it. Many years ago, people were able to think. They would write a number down, they would remember the number. Everything is designed right now. It looks, I'm telling you, this Matrix thing, man, they are really good. It's a game of chess and checkers. So I'm here to help you to navigate this so that you can, they play chess, they play checkers, you play chess. This is what I want to do today. So the first thing I wanted to help you to appreciate now is, let's talk about success first. So if you desire to become successful, and successful is the definition that you have to give yourself, not what the Matrix give you. So if your desire is to become successful, then the best thing for you to realize is the number one reason why you are not successful, that you're not getting what you want, that you're not achieving the goals and dreams of your desire, is because you have separated your desires from yourself. You have pushed your goals away from you, and then you have the mentality that achieving your goals are difficult. They are hard to do. Right? Now, if all you have to do to fix this, if you want to become successful, and what I mean successful is mean like living your best life, having the time to do what you want to do, being harmonious in your desires, being in a state of feel good. It's whatever that will make your heart feels good. You have to take your desires and you have to bring them back to you. You cannot separate your desires from yourself. And here's why. We don't live in real world. We don't live in material or physical objects. Those are illusions that are processed by our brains and our senses. You and I are living in a fake generated computer style simulation world. That is it. The real world, if you want the real world, here's the real world. I'm going to show you the real world right now. Look at my hands. Nothing, energy. That is the real world. The real world is what your eyes, my eyes can't see physically. Look, that's reality I'm touching right now. I'm interacting with what's called 0-point energy field, the ether. I'm interacting with the space, but within this space, I'm moving my hands and I'm twirling around. I'm actually moving and warping space and time, but my senses can't pick that up. Because in this space around me is teeming with infinite particles that are streaming in and out of existence. And when they stream in and out of existence, they create momentum. When they create momentum, they give rise to an electron, a proton, a neutron, which gives rise to the appearance of a physical reality. So that means your desires, your things that you want or whatever, they can't be separated from you. They have to be entangled within your consciousness. So you have to believe and accept that what I want is already within my grasp. That's next. Let me give you some feedback. Did you know that every knowledge, every idea, every history on a particle energetic level of information, everything about the universe and the multiverse is stored within your body's DNA and cell component? They are stored as qubits of information. They're stored on a microscopic quantum level. That means you have all the answers, the ideas to achieve your goals and your dreams. What you're lacking is the understanding and the implication or implementation of turning the process into results. That's all you're lacking. And I'm here to give you a part of the puzzle, is that you have to see what you want as a normal thing for you to get. That's success. Failure, in the matrix terms, is you're not good if you can't achieve. So let me show you failure in the universe terms. It doesn't exist. It's a concept. It cannot exist. If let's pretend world. If there was a thing such as failure, okay, then you cannot be here or exist. If you're existing, you can't fail. It's a game that the Matrix played to keep you limited. So I want you to do something. I want you to replace the word failure with feedback. You see, it's a perception. When you see failure as a feedback, you eliminate the ego and you eliminate that block. Now you're more able to take the calculated risk. You're more able to be positive. You're more able to get success, because now you can go out and go get your dreams and goals, and there's no failure. Everything is a feedback to me. Feedback, information coming in, I process it, I see what I can learn, I see what I can use, and I recycle it back out. You can't fail. So the first thing to success is you can't fail. It's a feedback. Now, let's talk about achieving what you want through the feedback mechanism. So if you're not getting what you want through your feedback mechanism, it literally means you are stuck in the past or the future. You are not in the moment. So let me give you some signs to tell you if your feedback mechanism is not operating well. Here's some signs that'll let you know that you have to adjust your feedback. If you have a lot of anxiety, if you have a lot of fear, if you tend to overthink, if you tend to procrastinate, if you tend to engage in what's called catastrophic thinking. Catastrophic thinking is when your mind starts thinking of the worst, of the possible future, of uncertainty. You feel stuck. You're in the catastrophic thinking phase. So if you're experiencing all of them, here's how you fix all of them. You have to center and bring your body and your mind back to the moment. You have to stop and look around and see the things that you're thinking about. They are not happening. They are just processes of what we call guesstimation. Your mind's best guess. Your mind's best prediction. A prediction does not equal actuality. It's a prediction. It's a guess. It's an estimate. It doesn't happen. That will bring you back. And the next thing, let go of the expectation of the outcome. Let go of trying to control the method of how you're going to succeed or what's going to come to you. You literally have to stop trying to control. You have to get into the flow of the universe coming to you. And let me tell you what happens when you do that. When you enter the flow state is when you plug in. Like a car, you plug your phone in. The flow state when you plug in. When you plug into the universe or the ether, the field, that's when you're going to start to recharge the information that's already stored in you. You know, like when your phone is dead, your phone is still capable. It has all the gadgets, but it's just dead. It's not broken. It doesn't have the power to process. You can't get on the internet. You can't search the information. You can't contact the people you want because you don't have any power. So what do? Take a charger. Boom. You plug your charger in. Boom. You see the little bar comes up. 1%, 2%. Even on 1%, you can still turn your phone on. It lights up. There you can do your thing. That's how the universe works. That's what you are. You're the phone. The universe is the charger. You plug in to your charger. How do I plug into the charge of the universe? Again, letting go of the expectation, letting go of the control, living in the present moment, understanding that there's no past, there's no future, there is now, tuning in to your authentic self, listening to your intuition, trusting the process, no attachment, practice detachment, positive, being an optimistic person, thinking positive, always seeing the best outcome possible for you despite what your situation is, exercising faith, exercising normality, knowing that you will get what you want 100% even if I don't care how it's going to come into my life. That is plugging into the universe. Now you're going to get charged up. Once you apply that, the reason why you do that, guys, is primarily to relieve your ego of the responsibility. That's important to do that. Once you plug in, the field will start to send all the information that you are processing. It goes into your DNA, it goes into your subconscious. Your subconscious now goes to the conscious, because your conscious mind knows that these are things that you desire or you want to get. Then the information will come to you, an idea will come to you. Matter of fact, this is so powerful because everything is a simulation or rendering, right? Even the people around you, that the universe will send information out and bring people, resources into your life to help you to achieve what you want. This is simply how the game works. Remember, the Matrix don't want you to know this. Okay? They don't want you to know this because this is too empowering. Anything that empowers you and gives you the ability to be a self-developmental or implementation of thinking for yourself, it is not good for the simulation, for the Matrix. So you got to remember that. So a lot of stuff they will do is to what they call show shades at this, or make this look stupid, or make this look illogical, or say that this is nonsense, or this is whatever term they use to dummy it down, because this is the way it really works. Let go to get what you desire. That's correct. The only way to get what you desire is to let go of it. Remember, people, it is not your actions that manifest your desires. It is not your logical, it's not your thinking, it's not your processing, it's not your trying to figure out, it's not your working and trying to build connections. It's none of that that manifests what you want. It's your intention. Intention is what creates. Action is the last step. When you have an intention, you're going to follow it up with a belief. Beliefs, yes. Do you do coaching? Yes. Coaching you can find on my website, on my YouTube stuff. You can sign up. Right. Mark, I have seen crazy results from your subliminals in just 4 days. Awesome. Subliminals are the key to your world. They unlock your subconscious. Explain parallel universe. Can you go deeper in with having an intention? There's no deeper with intention. I'm teaching you guys something. That's how your process to think. You see how they make us think? Everything has to be deeper. Oh, it can't be that easy. That was the Matrix programming does to us. It is really that easy. You know what intention is, guys? It's very simple. It's making a decision on what you want. That's called an intention. The day when I decided I was going to play the lottery to win, that was my intention. And then I followed it up and everything worked out perfectly for me. That's all an intention is. Okay? So that's it. Explain it. Parallel universe. Parallel universe are worlds that live right. Remember now, the space and the time, everything is connected right now. So there are parallel universes. Let me do my hands. I am going through a parallel universe right now. I am interacting with a parallel universe right now. I am touching a parallel universe right now. I'm touching another Mark. I'm in another universe. Matter of fact, I'm in a universe right now where I'm on a mountain. I'm in a universe right now where it's cold. I'm in a universe where I'm in a tropical water. I'm in all this right. I'm doing this right now. I'm in a parallel universe right now. Right now, with my hands. But what's the problem here, Mark? Why can't I feel the parallel universe? Why can't I see anything? My frequency isn't aligned with the frequency of that universe. The way the particles in my body were tuned, they vibrate a little bit off. So although I can do all this, I cannot interact in that universe. That's why I can't smell it, see it, taste it, touch it. However, it is real time happening right now in front of me. My eyes can't see it. Hey, you cannot see what you're not frequency matched up with. It's impossible. Frequencies are what we call the light bulbs. When your frequency match, you open up a new horizon in the universe. So the particles that are charged in my body in this universe, the charge in each parallel universe is slightly off, making them invisible to you and I. However, in a parallel universes goes into different dimensions. We're in a 3D universe. They have parallel universes that go 4 dimension, 5 dimension, 6 dimension, 7 dimension, 8 dimension, 9 dimension, 10 dimensions. That's the limit according to string theory, but I believe there's infinite amount. But just to make what we do know. Oh, look at you. You're fast on the coaching thing. Wow. I see 2 payments for one-on-one coaching, but I don't see the difference between the two. Who's this person here? Everything cosmetic. Now see, this is a person. Everything cosmetic. Wow. You are on point, my goodness. So I'm going to help you. Everything cosmetic. You know the game. You see what you want and you go for it. All right, so the 2 coaching, so you have 1 coaching, you have 1, see the one process for 22222, that is for 1 session. So that's about 45 minutes to an hour of me coaching you and helping you. The other one that you see for 88888, you'll get a month of coaching with me. That's 4 sessions. We'll set up a time and we'll coach once a week for 4 weeks. I will create a system, a plan for you based on what you want to achieve and what's wrong with you. You will follow, you will implement the system. Once you implement the system I set up for you, that's where you see the change. So I can help you do anything you want to manifest, even the lottery. Yes. All right, so that's the plan with the coaching. I always recommend the 1 month coaching because you get more into it. If you can't do the 1 month, then you do the 222. I'll jam pack a lot of information in it for you. I always recommend my clients to download a voice recorder app, so when we do the coaching sessions, you don't have to take notes. You can have it to listen over again because you're going to get a lot of information in there that you're going to have to rewatch or re-listen again. All right, so let's go back to the parallel universe thing. All right, so in this universe, but I will put, with this video, I'll put the coaching link in the comments, or you can find it just like how you found it. You can help others to find it. Now, in the parallel universe, now, the way by the way, your cells in your body, they vibrate, right? So when they vibrate, they give off a certain frequency or resonance. So if someone lives in a 5-dimensional parallel universe, by the way, they are me and you, humans that live in 5-dimensional parallel universe. Those are what you call your spirit guides or your angels. They're the same versions of you, but guess what they can do? They can come down into your universe. They can, a 5-dimension, a 6-dimensional being can look down into the 3-dimension and see your entire timeline. They can see your past, your future, and the present moment all happening simultaneously. They can see inside your body, you know, like an X-ray. They can look at you. They can see everything. They can see your organs, every single thing inside of you. Not only can they see it, they can come into your universe, and they can pop out of your universe. Now, in physics, it is harder to go up into another dimension. However, it's easier for higher dimensions to go down. That's just how it's set up. I don't know. No one can figure that out. It's just how it's set up. So we are 3D beings. It's easier for us. We can go down into 2 dimensions. Right now, you can take a paper, we can do 2 dimensions. We can look on the floor, we see 2 dimensions. We look on the floor, you see the ants walking, that's 2 dimension. And then we have our 3 dimension. But it's hard for us to imagine 4 dimensions. How about 5 dimensions? But for anything higher in dimensions, they can easily see down into our dimension. So a 4-dimensional being can see the 3D. 5-dimensional beings can see the 6-dimensional being can see your entire timeline. 7, 8, that's a whole nother level. That's something we don't understand. That's something you can't imagine. But the parallel universe says that they are existing right now around us, and there's a copy of you and me. The reason we don't interact is because of the way the particles are charged, which gives off a different frequency, so we're not compatible. So our senses are oblivious to what's happening around that. And the reason is to drive this point further home to you is to remember that we are only tuned to see 1 to 2% of the electromagnetic field. So that means 98% of the stuff is hidden from our senses. So that means right now around you are so many things going on, but unfortunately we and I can't participate and we cannot interact with our physical body because our frequency is not tuned with that. However, there's one thing that's always tuned and is universal to every frequency in the multiverse. The thing that's tuned is your consciousness, your awareness, and your thoughts and your imagination. See, your imagination and your thoughts, they aren't bound to physical perceived reality. They're beyond the space-time continuum. So therefore, our thoughts and our ideas, our frequencies, our thoughts, they can interact and go to those universes. And that's why you're able to manifest things. That's why when you visualize something, you take the rendering or you take the copy from that universe, because everything is just information. All you're doing, you take the information from that parallel universe, right? Let's say there's a version of you that wants to be successful, or you want to own a business, or it's hard for you to do it in a 3-dimensional universe because you're not seeing success. But there exists the universe, the parallel universe, where you already are that successful business person. And it's happening right in front of you right now, the same copy of you. By the way, the same copy of Mark or you that exists in a parallel universe will have an identity of its own. It won't say, you're my twin. It'll just have its own personality. It doesn't have the same personality as you and I. It has its own personal consciousness. This Mark may be more reserved or more chill. The other Mark may just be more outgoing, and they're 2 different. So to each Mark, they have their own complete identity. So if I go meet my copy of Mark, it's not going to be the same Mark. The Mark I meet, by the way, you can never really meet your copy, because if you have two matter that interacts, they're going to destroy each other. So that's the rule of the parallel universe. Because matter and antimatter, when they meet, they're going to destroy each other. So it has to be a different type of matter. So that's why you can never meet your parallel self in the real world. The minute you do, you annihilate each other, because there's different frequencies that are merging on 2 different realities or excessive. But that's the point. Okay, point is, so let's go back to this. So if you want to get the version of the successful you, what you do, this is where you practice the visualization. When you visualize stuff and you repeat it, what you're doing now, you're taking the information from that parallel universe, and what you do, you render the information, and it superimposes and becomes this universe, this reality. The reason why it can do that is because there is no linearity, or there is no limitation, or there is no finite in the universe. The universe, everything is infinite. It goes on forever and ever. So you can never run out, and you can never store up space. You can always just create a new one on top of another one like this, bam, 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 and then you'll never know the difference. The people will look the same. Everything will appear the same to you. Correct. So yes, so you can only be your parallel self. You can never meet your parallel self in a physical. You can interact with your parallel self in the mental, and you can get the ideas and if your parallel, let's say one of your parallel self is a really good real estate developer, really rich, really successful, really tech guy, you can tap into that parallel self and get the information from how they became so successful, what traits they have, what ideas, and then you can download that into this parallel self, and then you can get the idea and make this world match the one that they live or they exist on. But you can never physically go. No one will ever be able to physically go out. I'm just saying it right now, to go to a parallel universe, because you're not compatible with. The minute you go physically, you're going to annihilate each other because you don't have the same frequency. It's like putting two electricity or two positive and negatives together and they explode together. It's not going to work that way. So parallel universes are just in a mental construct. They do exist. We know they exist because we know the universe is in an inflation. It keeps going, but you can't ever go there. They are so far. It's don't even think about it. It's out of your reach physically. Mentally, you can get there. They probably can get here because they're in a higher dimension. So that's how it works. Does that make sense? Quantum leaps are, when they talk about quantum leaps, a quantum leap is, let's say if you look under a microscope and let's look at your cells, right? When you look at your cells on an electron microscope, you will see that in your cells you have ionized particles, right? You have an electron, you have a proton, a nucleus, and all that stuff. So if you look at your cells and you look at the electrons components of your cells, you will see something fascinating. You will see that the electrons in your cell, they disappear for a split second and they reappear back. So when they disappear, it goes in to another dimension, comes out. That's quantum leaping. The thing is, your cells are 24 hours, 7 days a week. Quantum leap. So you cannot you're quantum leaping right now. Quantum leap is not some big thing where you go somewhere. You're leaping right now. You're shifting, you're changing continuously. So that's what quantum leap is. Now, to leap into a reality you want, that's where you tune the vibration of the cells. How do you download the information from the parallel self? You can only download information from the parallel self by two ways: through the superconscious mind and through the higher self. That's how you get information from the parallel world. The superconscious mind is like a library, is the ether, where it houses all the knowledge and understanding of the universe. Everything that ever happened everywhere is stored somewhere in the field. That's the superconscious mind. The higher self is you that goes and retrieves the information from the superconscious, then takes the information, sends it to the subconscious. Your subconscious processes the information so it makes sense to you, and then makes sense to your conscious, and then your conscious works with your subconscious to manifest it into your reality. The superconscious is what you would call the Akashic records. You don't need to apply quantum leap to manifestation because you're quantum leaping all the time. The only thing you apply is your focus. Once you focus on what you want and you impress it and repeat it, it manifests. Manifestation is not a fad, it's not a thing, it's a science. It's something that began when this part of the universe began in entropy. Manifestation is the process of your brain continuously rendering information. Like, you cannot stop rendering information. You open your eyes, you're manifesting. You close your eyes, you're manifesting. You're manifesting all the time. What makes a person a successful manifester is they have an understanding of what to focus on to manifest, because a successful manifester know that they are manifesting all the time. So if they know they're manifesting all the time, they know they can't stop it, so they know that what they want and what they don't want are manifesting at the same time. So what they do, they choose to only focus on what they do want, so that can only render into their universe, and what they don't want goes back into what's called a wave function, a superposition state, where it doesn't exist until they focus on it. That's how it works. The Clean Slate website, you can go on my YouTube. But you know, guys, let me tell you something. The Matrix, I used to do my Clean Slate and show you guys a Clean Slate, but what they've done now, they have taken away the ability for me to put the link so you can click it. So you can't click the link anymore. So, the Matrix, man. So what you have to do, you just have to copy the email and go do it yourself. That's the Matrix. The Matrix don't want people, they don't want a cure, they want to treat. So when I put something that can help you and change your body and help you health-wise, they don't want that in the Matrix. So the only way you can get the Clean Slate is you have to go to my YouTube community. I have to repost it again, and then you just have to see you have to go to the site. I don't know if you can just copy it and paste it and go do it, but there's no link to press to go into that. Okay. Yeah, I took it down because you couldn't link it, but I'll put it back up if you guys want to go and do it. I'll put it back up there in the YouTube community. But you can see how the matrix is, right? When you see something working for people, and what you call the big pharma companies, they don't want you to know this stuff. They control a lot of the stuff. So, you know, that's what I'm teaching you guys here, that you got to be very observant of what's happening around your environment and your surroundings. Explain the law of detachment, how to manifest a healthy nervous system. The law of detachment simply states, what I want, I already have. I will let it go. I'll trust. I'll have faith, and I'll flow, and it'll come into my reality. That's the law of detachment. How to regulate, how to manifest a nervous system. Diet, gut health first. Is Clean Slate from Amazon genuine? I don't know. I wouldn't trust it from Amazon. I would go directly to the source, the manufacturers that create it, and that's what I have. So I would recommend you go with the link or the website that I put up. I don't know. I wouldn't trust Amazon. Maybe somebody buy a bunch and try to sell it on Amazon, but still, I would recommend you to use the official site, because there you can get answers and then provide an email for you for questions. They show every single thing about it. Alright, so that's what I want to leave you guys with today, and I'll see you guys again next time.